Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're embarking on a really profound exploration. We're going into chapter 11 of the Bhagavad Gita.
Ah, yes, Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga, or sometimes people call it Virat Rupa.
Exactly, the revelation of the universal form. And this whole deep dive, it's actually inspired by some great listener notes and some powerful excerpts from a text digging into this specific chapter.
That's great. It's a chapter that really warrants a deep look.
Absolutely. So, okay, let's unpack this. Our mission today is to explore Arjun's pretty extraordinary request, right? To see Krishna's universal, all-encompassing form.
Yeah, it's a huge ask.
Huge. And, what did he see that was so powerful it just completely changed his understanding forever?
Right.
We'll get into the description of this form, Arjun's whole emotional roller coaster, and the deeper meaning behind it all.
You might think you know it, but there's always more there.
Always.
What always strikes me is just the boldness, maybe the audacity of Arjun's request.
Right.
I mean, Krishna's just finished telling him all about his divine glories, his manifestations, and Arjun's like, okay, hearing is good, but I want to see it.
He wants the direct experience.
Exactly. He basically says, Krishna, you've described all this amazing stuff. Now, I really wish I could behold that immense universal form you mentioned, the one where everything is contained. It's asking for the ultimate proof, a cosmic reveal.
That's still incredibly bold, especially given their relationship. I mean, Krishna was his friend, his charioteer.
Yeah.
So how does Krishna even respond to that? How does he bridge that gap between, their everyday connection and this unimaginable display?
Yeah.
How do you even make something like a universal form visible to a human?
Well, that's the thing. He can't see it with his normal eyes. So Krishna grants him Divya Chakshu, divine vision.
Ah, okay. A special kind of sight.
A supernatural sight, exactly. Without it, no human eye could possibly comprehend such a form. And what Arjun sees, well, it's staggering, just completely overwhelming.
How is it described?
The text talks about countless faces, countless hands, eyes, endless forms stretching everywhere. He sees all the, Brahma, Shiva, all the divine sages, all beings, actually, contained within that single, immense, effulgent form.
Effulgent, like radiant, blazing.
Boundless light, yeah. And it hits Arjun immediately with this double whammy, incredible astonishment, but also deep, profound fear.
Wow. It's hard to even mentally picture that. It makes you think about the limits of our own perception, when faced with something truly divine.
Absolutely.
What specifics did he see within that form? Was it just like a collection of gods and cool stuff? Or did it show him something deeper about how reality works?
Oh, it was much, much deeper than just a gathering. This is where the scope just explodes. Arjun sees that all directions are inside this form.
Okay.
He sees the entirety of time, past, present, future, all happening simultaneously within Krishna. Life, death, creation, destruction. It's all there.
The whole cycle.
The whole cosmic cycle. And crucially, he sees all the warriors on both sides of the battlefield, even the mightiest ones like Bhishma and Drona, just relentlessly streaming into Krishna's mouths like moths to a flame.
Whoa. That's intense. Not just seeing them die, but seeing them consumed by the divine form itself.
Exactly. It's not just a prediction. It's seeing the mechanism of destiny, you could say. It's this visceral image showing that their end, their fate, is completely contained and orchestrated within this universal reality that is Krishna.
So that vision forces a realization on him.
An undeniable one. He sees beyond any doubt that Krishna alone is the ultimate source, the sustainer, and yes, the destroyer of everything. Creator, preserver, destroyer, all in one.
Man. So he's not just watching a divine light show. He's seeing the fundamental mechanics of the cosmos and the inevitability of, everything. That's a massive shift from seeing Krishna as his buddy.
Massive.
You mentioned his initial delight turned to fear. Can you talk more about that emotional journey? From awe to just sheer terror. What does that tell us about encountering something so overwhelming?
Yeah, absolutely. So initially, there's this rush of wonder, pure awe at seeing the Lord's glory in this way. He's delighted.
Like, this is amazing.
Right. But then as the sheer immensity sinks in, and especially the terrifying aspects, the consuming mouths, seeing everyone he knows, his own relatives, rushing towards dissolution within Krishna, that delight just curdles into profound shaking fear.
Understandably.
He's completely overwhelmed by the majesty, yes, but also by its formidable, all-consuming power. It's terrifying. And this raw experience, it prompts him to immediately ask for forgiveness.
Forgiveness for what?
For how he'd treated Krishna before. He basically says, if I ever disrespected you, calling you friend, companion, joking around, treating you casually, please forgive me. He suddenly gets it, the true, supreme, ultimate nature of the person standing before him, which was so far beyond the friend he thought he knew.
That's a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
Recognizing the divine hiding in plain sight in someone he considered an equal.
Huge turning point.
So beyond the awe and the terror, what's the ultimate point of this whole vision? What's the big lesson Krishna wants Arjuna and maybe us to take away from this incredible revelation?
Well, Krishna himself explains it. This vision is more than just a display of cosmic power. He emphasizes that this universal form, this Vishmarupa, it can only truly be seen through deep, unwavering devotion bhakti and his divine grace.
So it's not something you can earn just by, like, studying hard or doing rituals.
Exactly. Krishna makes it crystal clear. He says you can't grasp this reality, you can't know him in this form just by studying the Vedas or performing huge sacrifices or practicing intense austerities or giving charity. None of that grants the specific vision.
It's about the relationship.
It's about the relationship. It's a direct experiential revelation granted only through pure, sincere, loving devotion. Bhakti is the key.
Okay. So if we try to boil this down, what's the core takeaway from this whole deep dive into Chapter 11? What's the most critical message for us?
I think the central message is just incredibly profound. It's not just that God is everywhere and all-powerful, that's foundational, sure, but it's that this ultimate reality isn't something you grasp with your intellect alone or through religious actions by themselves.
It's an experience.
It's an experiential truth, yeah. And it's only accessible through, really, a radical shift in perspective towards genuine devotion and complete surrender. Letting go.
Which implies a level of trust that goes way beyond just believing something.
Exactly. And, connecting this to the bigger picture, Arjun also understood something crucial from this, that everything happens according to God's will, this larger cosmic plan. And that understanding really changes how you see your own role.
How so?
It emphasizes that our duties, our actions in the world should be performed, but with a spirit of surrender to that divine will. Not fighting it, but aligning with it.
Wow. Okay, so recapping this deep dive then, it's really about Arjun's revelation of Krishna's Virat Rupa, the universal form.
Granted through that divine vision.
Right, granted through divine vision. He saw countless faces, hands, eyes, forms, everything contained within it, gods, sages, all beings. He saw all of time, all directions, life, death.
And those warriors entering Krishna's mouth. Seeing Krishna as the creator, preserver, and destroyer.
Which took him from delight straight into fear, making him ask forgiveness for ever treating Krishna as just a friend.
A really humbling moment.
And it drives home Krishna's teaching, doesn't it? That this form, this understanding, it only comes through deep devotion and grace. Not Vedic study, not sacrifices, not austerities alone.
Devotion is the path.
The message really shines through. God is omnipresent, omnipotent, but truly experienced through that genuine devotion and surrender.
Exactly. And, if we connect this back, given that Arjun came to understand that everything happens by God's will and that our duty should be performed with surrender to that will, it kind of raises an important question for us, doesn't it? How might truly embracing that idea, maybe not just everything happens for a reason, but more like everything happens as part of a larger cosmic design, how might that fundamentally transform how you, listening right now, approach your own challenges, your decisions, even how you define success and failure in your everyday life?
That's definitely something to think about. A powerful place to leave it.